The market was saved by a Truth Social post. The White House said in a post on Truth Social, President Trump said that he will be postponing the tariffs for 90 days for all countries except for China. And then for China, raise those tariffs up to 125%. So the markets rallied really strongly on this news. You have the Nasdaq up about 11% as of now, about 3:30. You have S&P 500 up 8% and then Dow 7%. This is the Nasdaq. If it closes like this would be the Nasdaq's best day since 2008. This is good news. However, I don't think we're necessarily out of the woods yet. There's going to be obviously negative headlines with tit for tat trade war and retaliation with China until that gets settled. You know, that tariff situation is not settled yet. So there'll be a lot of back and forth and negative headlines with that. On top of that, the tariffs for the other countries were delayed for 90 days. But when that 90 days are here, there might be some extra volatility to see what will be done next. Maybe there'll be this grand bargain, trade agreements, reached with, on an individual country basis or on a blanket basis overall. Obviously, we have to see. This could be a new global order in terms of trade, like a new Bretton Woods type of agreement for trade. If that happens, obviously we have to see. It looks like there was some method to the madness, and this pits like the whole world against China. If we're cutting deals with other countries that came to the table, it exposes China because they're retaliating, not coming to the table. But yes, they've did a lot of currency manipulation, stealing intellectual property and technology. On top of that, we have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent making a press conference a couple hours ago that was very calming to the market, saying that those reciprocal tariff rates, eventually after the 90-day pause, are the cap, and the market understands that. And his words were like pretty much saying that, this was a calculated strategy pretty much all along, but it was very calming to the markets. And Scott Bessent's really a voice of reason, especially for the markets. And the markets, accelerate a little bit even more after those comments. And then even President Trump had a press conference with it was like a photo op opportunity, and his words were calming to the markets. And yeah, they admitted that some of the volatility in the bond market alarmed them. But either way, we'll take this in stride. And this is why it's important to stay invested through times of volatility, because you don't know with one news headline, the whole, trade could be turned around. After the worst days in the market, usually the best days come.